Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our channel. My name is VI and welcome to a brand new game and series of Prison Architect. So first of all, I would like to apologise for the time it has taken between our last video and this one. We've actually been working on improving our setup for the recording and also the sound as well. So please do enjoy on what we're actually going to be doing. I hope that you like our boulder, which that will be coming off of that during gameplay as well. So literally we have got a few things actually happening over the next few episodes. We are currently working really hard actually to make sure that we can bring you the best possible content. So with the issues so far, which we've actually experienced with some of the games and also our setup as well, we will be restarting up the previous series on the games, such as our Airport CEO, our first season. There was a slight issue with that one, but we will be cracking on with that again to make sure that everything's all sorted. So with that, we're actually going to be then restarting back up our Roblox theme part 2 for our first season to get that one actually completed, so that you can see what's been happening with that. Also our one-offs in Roblox, and also our Automation Empire, which we started about a couple of episodes ago, for our uploads, including our software link as well. So like I said, this is actually a brand new game with a brand new series. Of course, this is Prison Architect, so we will be actually including 2 other games coming soon. We're just figuring out on how to sort those out there. Our City Skylines and also Minecraft as well, which was chosen when we did a live on our Facebook page. So literally that was actually picked by one of our viewers, so we are actually going to be getting that sorted out so we can record that and upload it onto this channel. So speaking of that, if you have not already done so, please do pop below and actually subscribe to our channel, and also to turn on the notification bell so then you can be notified when we upload a brand new video. Do also follow us on all our social media, so all the links will be down below so that you can follow us on what we are doing on a regular basis. And we are still working on our merchandise to get everything all sorted. So do enjoy literally the game of Prison Architect. It is actually created by Paradox. So let's get started and we will see you very shortly. So as you see here, that we're actually on our main page here. So there've actually been an update for the Alien Bound and Rock Update expansions. You can actually get this off Steam as well, so that you'll be able to download this game and actually enjoy it as well. You can actually get this for PC, including on your Xbox and PlayStation as well, for what I'm aware of. So that is actually going to be quite interesting there for that. So this first part of this video, after that bit of a little induction, I'm actually going to show you like a little tiny bug which I've actually come across actually while playing this game. So I would actually like to show you that. So if you do play this game and you are a brand new starter, you can actually use this bug to actually get as much money as physically possible. So what you just need to do is just to click onto the main screen like so to bring up the main menu. Then of course on that you've got your information there, including your main menu here as well. Make sure that you do the campaign so that you know how to actually play the game as well, and you actually can get cutscenes which is like little images, as you can see here. So just pop onto you and create new prison. It doesn't matter if you actually go with small, medium or large, which is the 3 main areas. So I'm actually going to go large on this one. So over onto the left hand side, and you can actually choose if it's male or female, and then also your warden, which we will be going through very shortly. But of course I just want to show you this quick tip, and also the guard dogs down there as well. Doesn't matter if you actually keep a fog of war on, if it's jungle, plot, land expansion, and including generate forests, you can actually generate lakes and also buildings. Now this is where the little tiny bug, which I've actually found, and for what I'm aware of, it is a bug. So you can actually just pop onto here, click the generate buildings. Okay, for this one here I'm just going to take off the failure conditions and also the insane and the criminally insane inmates as well. Okay, and keep this one here on as well. It doesn't really matter if you keep these on or not. The prisoner transfers, that's actually new on the recent update, actually for the game. So you can actually pick many different things here as well, especially for unlimited funds. That is more of like a sandbox style. So literally with that one there, you will be able to literally build away. But I will be showing you this little tiny thing which I've actually noticed. So we're just going to get this uploaded. So then I can actually show you that little tiny thing. So we'll be back very, very shortly. So we've actually just loaded up our map here. So it is actually a big map. It is actually extended. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to pop down here to read reports, and I'm actually going to close the prison so we don't get no inmates. All that, you can actually click onto the left hand side here on the to-do list here as well. So these guys are just coming in. So these buildings here, what have actually been generated, you do actually need these just for this basic thing for the bug lights to actually get more money. Right now you actually start off with 30,035 in-game dollars, and with a 40 of the profit income. Now come down to the bottom here onto the foundation area. It doesn't matter if you actually pick the brick or the concrete, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to go with a brick here and literally build as much of the area as you can, literally under that amount there. So what we're actually going to be doing here with this, let's just see if I've actually gone over my deliveries. I've actually gone over my deliveries there. Make sure that you don't do that. To actually do your deliveries, just pop onto the road rooms there for it. It does actually come under rooms. Go onto deliveries. Then what we're then going to be doing here is actually just removing the delivery section here. We're then just going to pop it up onto here as well, and our guys will actually start coming into force and sort that out. So this will take actually a few moments to do, but as you actually see there, it does actually turn green for the area which you're actually going to be bulldozing. There is actually a reason for that. So let's just fast forward this over, so then we can actually start getting this built as soon as possible. You won't have trees getting chopped down, so the best thing for that to do is actually go into your exports and then just chuck some export bit there as well. It doesn't really matter about the size of that, because you can actually earn money from these logs being chopped. So click back onto your bulldoze again, and here what we're going to be doing here is actually just highlighting this here. Now the green part, I would actually recommend for you to have it over your 50% ideally. You can actually get away with having it a bit less than that. Just build it away onto a certain point, and then you are going to be then bulldozing it. So it may seem a bit of a waste of money initially, but that is perfectly fine. So I'm going to let this carry on. I will be back very shortly to show you what would then happen, and then also with the cash amount as well, literally at that time. So we'll see you very, very shortly, guys, and then I can show you the rest of this beautiful tip to get the most out of this game as a new beginner. Okay then everybody, so we're actually at the point now where it's actually reaching up to about 50%. Of course with the exports with the trees, we actually ran about 6,400 there, just over. So this will be going up, okay, just a little bit more. So we're just getting rid of some more of these tree branches here, the tree stumps and etc. So we will be adding this on, okay, and when this actually goes off and we actually get the money in, I'm actually going to be showing you this little tiny tip. So we actually ran about 8,200 now, and we're actually going to then bulldoze this area here, and by bulldozing in this case here, we've actually got over 19 or just under over 19 million for that one there. I've actually tested this on a few occasions just to make sure if it was actually a bug or not, or if it was just something actually within the game. So if you are actually new within the game itself and you're wanting to get the most out of actually earning the money for that, do use that if you are new, or use the unlimited, and this here would actually then help you to maximize on your full earnings, so that you can actually build the best possible prison. Of course, if you do actually have a large one, okay, you've got a lot of buildings here, you can do that all the way through and maximize on this here as well, and you can even do it on the smaller ones as well, but you may only get a small building like this one here, and like this section here, okay, actually on a small one. But actually in the proper gameplay we will be doing it properly and without this little bug. So we're actually going to be reloading up this game, which we're actually going to be doing now. And of course, I want you to do that, just press exit, go into a create new prison. I am actually going to be starting off with a small. I'm going for a male prison, okay, and then of course, like I said, we're going to be going through all these wardens as well. So we've actually got the warden, the most balanced individual on the planet. It does his job and nothing else, and people just call him the warden. You then got the obelisk, which is his friends in high places, and make sure the more easily controlled prisoners end up coming his way, as the likelihood of receiving prisoners who are violent, lethal, violent, and also deadly or fighters. We then got a female prison warden, which is ruthless and terrifying. Rita has the reputation of running our prisons and through the geological application of fear. I cannot speak properly today. Rumours of her carrying a whip may be exaggerated, as the likelihood of prisoners being literally fearless, and also prisoners are suppressed twice as quickly. Of course, that we've got the military guy one here, which is a sapper in the wall. He never says which wall specifically, but he certainly knows everything about digging tunnels. Then guard dogs have a 50% chance of fully uncovering any tunnels that they detect. Also, we've got the pacifier. This one is just a little bit more easier, but it does actually reduce all the overall temperature of your prison, making your inmates less likely to cause trouble. And we then also got another female warden here. As a spotless reputation and a squeaky clean record, but behind the scenes, shady deals and under the table offerings are nothing uncommon for her. Gets a small cut of the resale value of each piece of contraband found. Prisoners found with contraband will be fined directly from the savings. So that is kind of like a bit of extra cash wise, but I'm not going to be playing with her. Now this one here is actually very similar to one certain person on TV, who is no longer on TV, from what I'm aware of. And it was a bounty hunter, and that's what I will be saying on that one. And as a former bellsman, Artman passes down valuable training techniques to research security staff. All guards drop staff keys less often. Guards and stamina replenishers on intake. And then we got the doctor. We've actually got 2 doctors in this one. And then psychiatrists and treatments are 20% more positive. The chances of receiving the psychotic criminally insane inmates are higher. And we then also got Dr. Woodson as well. Is prepared to do what no other warden can, and emergency services work 20% faster and arrive earlier. Cost for repairs are reduced by 10%. So I'm actually going to just go with the basic warding here in a male prison, and we can actually choose our guard dogs. So we got the classic, which was the first original dog in Prison Art Attack. We then got the companion, guard's best friend. We've got the husky, a deadly trap for an escapee moving through the snow. Dalmatian, originally lived on a farm but now works in an escape prevention. We've got the pussycat, not everyone is a dog person. Having a guard cat for prison, actually quite interesting. And we've then also got the werewolf as well, who would even try to escape. So in this playthrough, we are actually going to just go with a basic classic dog. And now we will be doing other series as well of this game. And so we will be able to work through other parts here as well. We are going to be keeping the fog of war on, and we're going to go with a jungle plot. We are actually going to not use the land extension. Okay, we're going to generate forests. We're not generating buildings. We are going to be keeping on failure conditions. Now, if you do get too bad, such as bankruptcy or deaths or escapes and etc., you will be sacked. So we are going to be probably keeping that on. Actually, let's take that off for this first walk and playthrough. We can take off the criminally insane because we can actually reload that back up again, and we'll show you how to do that. Prisoner transfers, I will explain that as we are going through the gameplay. Staff needs, we've taken off, whether temperature will be taken off, escape plans off, unlimited funds off, all the research actually being done off, and enable tools and cheats, and we're keeping that off. And we're actually going to be doing this one here. So we are actually going to be doing that there. Okay, and we're then going to play it on. So we've actually got this here. So this is our small one. There's no buildings. Okay, we do have some forests. Okay, and we're actually going to come down to reports onto the right hand side, and we're actually going to be closing the prison. Now, while we're in this section here, we are going to go through all these tabs here. So let's just pause the game very quickly. So up at the top, we've actually got a staff. So this is going to show you all your staff area so that you can actually fire people. So it shows your administration, your staff, such as your cleaners, your gardeners, your cooks, and etc., your guards. This is including your other guards as well, such as your armed, your tower guards, including your dogs and etc. And your workers is actually your building team. You then got your prisoners, so that you've got your max sec, your medium sec, and your min sec. Okay, we will go through those very shortly with you, and also we then got all the transfers, so we can actually set up all the necessary requirements for each transfer for this. So we've got a medium security actually then goes down to minimum. We've got a maximum actually then goes down to a medium, and when our super max lot as well then goes down, and so on and so on when they reach certain requirements. The intake here, okay, so we've got our minimum sec, which we're actually going to be going for, and it tells you for payments and etc., including your legendary prisoner as well. Okay, now I have taken off on criminally insane, but you can actually enable it through this tab here, and for that as well. So we've got a close, we've got a fill capacity to all prisoners, to what we want in, number per day, and all available. Then also jobs as well. This is who's going to be doing what, especially with the builders, and then needs. We need in a psychiatrist, and raging we need an warden for. Policies, we need to research that. grants, which we'll be going through as well. Now you can actually get mods actually through the Steam as well, actually for this game, and so you will be able to use mods and that to get more money, and depending on what you're actually using. I will probably use the mods for the grants on another series, which I will be doing of this game anyway. Programs, finance and the valuation, these two bottom ones here, we do need a accountant. So initially, to then plan all this out, so straight away we've got our delivery and garbage, okay, we've got our 8 workers and we've got some boxes in to come in. Down at the bottom here, okay, we've got our foundations, we've got our brick, we've got our concrete, we've got our bulldoze, demolish walls, clearing door area, remove tunnels, there will be tunnels, and also auto lights as well. I would recommend for you to take off auto lights when you actually build them, because they will get built onto within the areas of the walls where you're wanting to build. It's just best just to place that down, and there is another reason why, and I will show you that very shortly. We then got our walls and doors, so these here, okay, and you can actually color code each area, so such as your minimum sec, your medium, and your mats one there as well, okay, and we of course we can do super mats as well, so that is all that there, okay, and we've then got cliff's edge and etc, and also our doors as well, such as your gates, your gel doors, normal and your large in different colors. We've got a normal door, a solitary door, a door secure, staff door, door secret, which is like a bookcase, visitor door, remote door, road gate, road barrier, also door bamboo and demolish walls. Then of course your flooring, we've actually got a load of different flooring there, and also your landscape area there as well for you to use. Then of course all your rooms. Now there will be more, and that being added on as we do research up here as well, but we do need a warden to do that. And of course each person you hire in to do research, you need an office for. You then got your objects here, okay, but you can actually search the engine down at the bottom here as well, including signs, just to mostly kind of put like signs up in each area. So like if you want in like a prison walled area and that, so that you can actually do that there. Use signs for showers, for toilets, and etc, so that you can actually use all these here as well, okay. Then of course your staff, so currently we can do workman, guard, cook, warden and psychiatrist. There will be another one which you will need to get. Then also utilities as well, so depending if you are playing in a cold area, you will need to use eat. So okay, we've got a power station, capacitor, electric cable, power switch. We then got a water area, which is water pump, a pipe valve, large pipe. I will show you one little tiny tip with that. Also a small pipe, and also dismantle the areas there as well. Then got a deployment, logistics and also intelligence. We will need to do research on that one. Quick build, okay, there is things here what I'll actually grayed out, but they will unlock as research is then getting done. And then we will be using for planning tools here to plan out the entire area, okay, and then also the emergencies as well. As part of a new update over the past few updates, and they've actually included helicopters, so that you can actually get your air firefighters, air elite ops teams, and also the paramedics in by air as well. Currently you can only get fire engine, which is 2 of, riot police 3 of, and also paramedics of 2 of as well. So let's just pop on to the CEO, okay. You can actually pause it to read this letter, then just start back up again after reading it. So I'm just going to close that there, and then intake there is actually then closed. And so what we're going to be now doing, because so far this has actually been quite a bit of a long recording, so let's actually get planning, let's start building. Then of course then in our next episode we will then be able to start putting in all the internal parts, such as all the beds and showers and etc. For that. So we're popping into the planning here. We're going to go into walls. We do need to get a grant as well to make sure that we've got enough money for this. So what we are going to be doing is, we're actually going to be building a 6x10 type corridor. Okay, and that will then give you 4 of the internal part there. And I had to do a 4 wide corridor because of the doors. Actually, what I use is actually double width. That's 3 there, that's 2 there, so I could actually probably move this a bit more up actually. So let's go by 2 there, 1, 2 there. Actually, let's do a 5 and let's do a single. I want that just a bit smaller there. Take these off here. Okay, so that's like a little corridor coming in, and then we are going to then go up by 3 up and 3 down. So if you actually click on that bit there, then go down, it's actually 4, and then 4 there as well. Then I'm actually going to go 6 on the outside, otherwise that's 7, then down, then over, and this is going to be our reception area where the inmates come in and then get all checked in, get changed into their prison uniform. So here we're actually going to then go down over by 8 as a little extra corridor. I'm just going to mark that there as a potential move on. So here I actually like to build my own little area here. So initially needing a 5x5. Now this is only a 3, 4, 5 over to there like that. So this does need to be a 5x5 for the holding cell. So that's why I actually do it like this here, just with a little tiny gap there. Then also a little corridor coming up that onto the officers very shortly, which I will be planning in with you here on this recording through this gameplay. So this is just a basic plan out of what I'm actually wanting. So we're needing solitary confinements. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do it this way. You're needing 3. Okay, with this one you can actually do it as 2, but they would be too small personally. So I'll just do it like this here, over with a 1 gap walking, and then use 3 up because the doors are actually going to be going into this bit here. Okay, and we then just auto saving there, so it does actually auto save for you as well. So we're actually just going to move on over. So you do get little things like this as well, by the way, like this here, like notebook pages. So this does actually go on. So this is page 69, and this is just about the tension level. It's like little notes what you would normally get. So you can actually collect a load of pages. Of course, during gameplay and actually finding out the best way to do this, you do actually collect things up as well. Okay, and we're then just going to go there. So let's just pause this again. Let's go back onto our planning, and here we're actually going to be building our cells here. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 over. I click there, leave a gap. I do a 2x4 or 3 area here in each one of these here, so it's the 2x3 part. Okay, and we're then just going to bring these up here like so. So let's just do this here very quickly. This is just only plans anyway. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going up, and we're then going to come over here as well and then leave a 3 gap there, just for this reason here, and that to place a door there. Or you can actually go by double, then you just then get rid of these here and then just move it over by like an extra 1, like so. So this is what we're then going to do here. So we're going to build this up, and this is actually quite a perfect sizing actually for the 3 there. And then we're then just going to just click these over like this here. So that's a 3x2 going all the way up that bit there. So we then got a double door there, and then cut that off there. So up here we're then going to just chuck in like a quick shower area. Okay, and leave a 2 gap there. You don't need to put a door on the shower, but you do need to indicate it is actually a shower. And then here we're then going to be putting our utilities such as our electric and also our water. Now electric and water does not go very well together, but for space saving it is actually best for that reason to do that. So we've got a loading cell, we've got a solitary confinement cells, we've got a normal cells and a shower. What we do need then is actually a office. Those are normally a 6x6, and that's actually indicated on the green, and that is then actually normally a 4x4 area there. If you're not too sure, just pop into your quick build and it actually tells you the outside area, which is actually 6x6. Okay, always just use that there as an indication to help you for that. And so we're actually going to just plan these bits out here very quickly, and just take these out here, take this out here, take this out, and we're then just going to put a quick one there so it's indicating between the 2 there. So we've now did a canteen. Okay, so I'm actually going to do a basic canteen here so we can actually expand it out, and then a basic kitchen here. Yet again, we can expand it out this way, and then that will be perfectly fine. And then we're then just going to put like a corridor there as well. So we've got our office, we've got our audience cell, we've got our solitary confinements, we've then got our cells, our shower, our kitchen, our canteen area as well. We do actually need to then hire in eventually, which is then 2 guards and 2 cooks. Okay, and so we're actually going to accept this one here. So straight away we get a 20,000 advance payment, then a 10,000 completion amount of the grant as well. So what we're then going to do is, I love using brick, and you can actually use concrete if you want, and that is fine, but we do actually need to put a yard in as well, and I'm actually going to show you the best way what I found to do that. So we're then just going to build these up here straight away. We're actually going to chuck in a secure door, so we're going to go into walls and doors, into a secure door, and we're then going to place it here as well as being part of the build. And so we had like 50,000, we've actually spent 13,000 straight away. With this, we're actually going to go into walls, we're actually going to go into a fence, and we're then actually going to build our yard area by using a fence, because this needs to be enclosed actually with a door. Now I like to do it next door to the canteen, because as we like going out we can actually move this bit here and actually use the yard as a canteen extension if we then need to. It just makes things a lot easier actually for myself as well. And what we're then going to do straight away is actually use the yard. So go down to your rooms and go into yard, click on it, and then we then just place the yard straight in, and it will actually then tell you a minimum of a 5x5, which is perfectly fine, and it's actually then secure. It will show up as being a red because we're not actually playing straight away, so it's actually gone green and there straight away. Now we have actually got a lot of trees here, so we do need to place a exports. So I always place the exports down near the garbage area here, so it's easier to drop off garbage exports. We do actually need to just extend the delivery area here just a little bit, and that's what we're going to be doing there, so we can actually unload all this straight away. Currently we've got 8 workmen or work personnel, and we are actually going to be just wrapping this up to 12 by getting another 4. And then we can then actually do this here. Now don't forget, we've not actually got our buildings generated, and so we can actually demolish this and that to get money from that. That is perfectly fine. So as this actually builds up, okay, we can actually then see that it's done here on this one here, okay, and as it then goes through, it will just turn out this here straight away. what we then can now do very quickly, we're actually going to use the brick wall here, and we're then just going to place this in. Use our rooms, and we're actually going to be using a reception. So like I said, in the next episode we can actually go through actually decking these out for this and actually put in the rest of the doors, but you do need a door straight away for them ready to get in and out when it's all built. That is just one of those little requirements you do need. And then also we can then mark out the officers as well. Now a good tip for your officers, if you got them rolled out like this, just highlight it straight down, and as you put in the walls it would actually separate out all the office areas. And just to show you that actually working, we're actually going to do this straight away here and just build these few basic walls in. Actually, let's just do this very quickly because we are actually going to be using a door into these here as well, so we don't want to go too far up for that reason. So we just do this here and do this here. Okay, so we can actually build these walls up here and these bits here as well. So it does seem a lot of work and that for this. Now if you do actually start running out of money after your first grant, when you've actually got your first grant, just pop down here, just get the next one, okay, which is your admin center. Now your admin center is actually your officers here. That is perfect fine. You can actually get that one straight away as well for that. So they're just building up the fence around here, so hopefully they will finish building this fence so they can actually get back out on this section here so then they don't get stuck. If that is then the case, just place a basic door in there. So I'll just use the basic wooden door for it to go from canteen into the yard area. So as you can see with all this here, we've actually got still the markings up what we've actually planned in. That is actually quite important that you don't actually get rid of these here for this. So when we highlighted the officers going straight down and we're putting in these walls here, it's actually separated them off, so it actually indicates what you're needing inside, which is an office desk, a chair and a filing cabinet. That's only what you really need. So you can actually use a normal chair, an office chair or a wooden stool. So we're going to pause that very quickly. We are actually going to be putting up the walls. Then of course in our next episode, what we're then going to do, we can then actually fully deck it all out, show you how we deck it out properly for each one of these. Let's just sort that out there as well. Okay, we do need to make sure that these are all done, so we're then just going to place in all our walls. Now actually before recording this, I actually done, I think it's been about 60 hours actually of gameplay before actually coming on to actually record this, and I've actually found that this is the best way for myself to do this here. And we're actually leaving a double bit there as well, putting a wall there to leave a door there and also a door there for them to get in and out safely. What we can do actually, because of a door situation, we can actually just leave a little gap there as well. And also with this one here, we're actually going to be leaving a double gap there for that, as well as there as well. So let's just finish off these walls here very quickly, and then we can then finish this episode off and then start on to our next episode for you, where we're actually going to be zoning each of the areas off and actually then start building with everything inside, such as the toilets, for showers, for beds, the kitchen and the canteen area as well. So yeah, again, thank you so much for coming to join us on our channel and actually for watching this episode. If you're not already done so, please do go down below and actually subscribe to us and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when we upload a brand new video, and also to follow us on our social media as well. All the links will be down below, with a update as well on what's happening with our merchandise, and also over to our website as well. So thank you to each and every single one of you for yet again for coming to join us. Please do stay safe, and we see you on our next episode. So ciao for now, and I see you later.